Facebook. What's going on, Facebook? Another episode of Something to Think About. I want to say welcome to everyone that just joined. How y'all doing this evening on this cold and snowy day in Fort Wayne, Indiana?
It ain't just drizzling. It's some
big flakes.
Big flakes.
Big flakes falling down. Yeah.
And then a little sprinkle.
So I'm glad y'all joined us on this lovely Sunday afternoon.
I guess it's lovely.
It's gonna be wonderful because we on the air. We doing our thing again.
Oh, most definitely.
So
with hot topics to talk about.
Yeah, of course. College football, that type of stuff. Got to talk about that. That's I'll have a rant about that later. But this is my man Eric Early to my right.
Yes, sir.
And we are here for another edition. And I want to kind of start off with this. We're supposed to have a special guest, but he's not here today, like I said, because, he's probably going through some circumstances, family stuff. So
understand.
It's not a big deal. And I know I've been slacking on the YouTube stuff. If you're looking for the YouTube channel right now, I ain't been on there in a while because I've been busy with some stuff. So it'll probably get back up and running here by maybe by the break, our school break. So just be looking for that. So into the topics today. I'm gonna start with some local news. All right, I'm gonna talk about the little basketball, some basketball stuff for the women and men's side of things. So first, I'm gonna start off with the women, ladies first. I got a little cousin that plays for Concordia. Two cousins actually play for Concordia. They've been doing pretty well for as of recently. Right now their record is 7-2 overall. They're 3-1 in the conference. Homestead, of course, is the top dog around here, and their girls team is pretty good. So, that's just kind of what it is. 6-0 right now overall, and 3-0 in the conference. But, that's kind of the look up for Wayne right now is 0-10. So that's kind of sad to see.
From good to bad. 7-2 to 0-10.
And Snyder is 4-2 and they're 1-1 in the conference right now. But
I figure out how some of these schools already got like 9 games.
Well, the women started early, so the men just kind of kicked off their season early.
I'm talking about even the girls too. Like Snyder only got 6 games and the other.
Depending on tournaments.
Oh, that's true too, though. Yeah, schedules.
So, you know how that is. And Snyder, I want to give a shout out to Kyla. Even though she lost her best friend on the court, but she's right now averaging about 23 points and about 9.7 rebounds. She's averaging basically, I said double. And it's kind of dope that because I seen she been balling here recently. She's been on a spurt of no regards, and
what she should be,
Yeah, and kind of to that point, Peyton, rest in peace to Peyton, like from last week. She still leads the conference, the sack in assists, and that's still kind of cool. I guess at a point, she's even though she's not here with us anymore, she's still her point value or legacy is still here with us, and that's kind of always cool. And also my cousin is 3rd in the sack right now, 3rd and 5th. I'm saying 3rd and 5th in the sack. She averages Solera averages 17.5 points right now, and my other cousin Shania averages 12. So just a little debrief on the women's side.
Yep. So you're doing good. Keep that up.
Yeah. So then we'll jump to the men's side. We got the guy from Carroll. He's averaging 30 points solid right now. But North Side around here is the top dogs for right now. But that is likely to change due to the way men's basketball is. Any given day, somebody can get beat.
True that.
We've also seen in college basketball, just to change the subject up a little bit, Kentucky, the #1 team, got beat. And, things happen. So, any given day, you can be beat in this world. Also, locally, I want to give a shout out to some high school football players. They did announce the all football teams. Honorable mention was Money Woods from Snyder. Snyder had Mac Hippenhammer was also named to the first team for offense. I was a little shocked that my boy Christian didn't get on that board, but
right, very disappointing.
But I guess
money get on mention, but that man Christian couldn't get it on at all. Huh?
It's kind of
politics game.
Yeah. So next year, I guess he can show them why he should have been on from the get go. So Christian, if you're watching, do your thing next year, boy. That's all I gotta say. Do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So next, we're gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about Ryan Lochte for a brief second.
Back to this man.
So y'all remember he got arrested in Brazil for false information and saying that the officers did something to him when they didn't.
Right.
They offered him a plea deal, not a plea deal, but like to drop the charges for $20,000. Think he accepted that? No, he did not.
No.
My man declined the $20,000, the fine. He declined the fine, so now he's going to fight the charges. They take on that.
I mean, honestly, he must feel like he's not guilty, so...
but they got video evidence of him.
He must not recall what happened. That must be somebody else on the video, and he feel like he needs to prove that to the courts. This is why he didn't take the fine. Because to him, he feel like if I pay that fine, that means I did it, and I didn't do it. So that means...
Yeah, he definitely...
Yeah, as I said, I mean, I don't know how he can, fight the charges if they have video recording of him, the situation with him. I don't know how they could... I don't know how you can fight that. I can see if there was noise or he say, she say stuff, and he can kind of fight that. But he can't. So, I mean, not like he broke either. I mean, he swims in the Olympics. So, I mean, I know he got paid something for silver. So, yes. It's probably going to be all his... That's probably going to be this whole check in the medal if he'd have paid the fine. Which is why he probably was like, no, I'm not going to pay the fine. Yeah, because you probably lost your medal and the money with it. So,
yeah, but I don't know why. There's no need to fight the fine. If they got video evidence of you doing what you did,
right. Just take
your penalty and go home. Just like, okay, yeah, you lied. Yes, you definitely lied, sir. Just take it and move on. I don't understand that.
A bigger deal.
Yeah, I don't make this to me. Now he dragging out the process. Now we actually have to sit here and talk about this.
Right.
And it's be like,
bring it back
how
up.
Stupid is he to sit here and actually be like, yeah, we gonna fight this, people. Like, no, don't. You in a whole other country. Like, you already behind the 8 ball now as it is. Because you in a whole other country. And then you acted up. No.
Now you gotta bring it back up.
Please let it go. Also, go back. I want to say congratulations to this man, wrestler here. He did his thing over the weekend.
Appreciate it.
I don't know if y'all seen on Facebook, but, his dad, if y'all got his dad on Facebook, his dad's posting all the little meets, his little... What they call them? Matches?
Matches, yeah.
Matches, I'm sorry.
Matches,
yeah, get him a lingo, wrestling lingo. So all his matches and stuff. So he got the chip, the title for that tournament.
Yep,
so
yep.
He's on his campaign like he been saying for God knows how long. God knows how long. So congratulations to my man. He did his thing. Appreciate
it.
And also want to give a shout out to my other brother, Mr. Covington. I don't know if you're still watching, but I seen you had some good spurts here recently in games, doing your thing.
Out there against Grace.
JR.
Some of my family was there, they had it all posted all over Facebook. Yeah. So he's out there doing his thing. I told my uncle we went to go watch him. I'm like, you gonna go watch him versus me, he better win. That's all I gotta say. The boy better win. If you drove out there to go watch him versus me, the boy better win. Cause then, otherwise you wasted your money. Yeah, you could have came over to see me.
Wasted $6.
Yeah, so I'm happy for him. I'm glad my boy, they got the dub against Grace and everything. So it's good for him.
Yeah, man. So next, you tagged me in this video earlier in the week.
Yeah, I saw this after.
And I had to go look up the whole entire interview.
I did the same thing.
So I seen the extended clip. And
the whole video, yeah.
I'm just going
baffled.
to say I didn't know that she was this I didn't know she was this ignorant to a point. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I knew she was.
That's
I knew it was there.
It's exactly why I had to tag my man's in it so he could see it.
But
I said, I know. I said, I know if I tag him in it, we're gonna talk about this on Sunday because
You already know.
I was up late. Okay, first of all, people, like this past week, I was tired from workouts and stuff, so I'm just laying in bed chilling. I couldn't sleep, so I'm on my phone trolling. I look on Facebook. I see they had interview between Trevor Noah and Tommy Loren. So I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. So at first I saw little snippets of it, like so they were talking about like with the Kaepernick issue and the Black Lives Matter, like different stuff like the Trump stuff, different snippets of it. And this what she was saying, I was just like, oh my God, like she really saying this? So then I saw they had a link to where you can watch the whole interview on the Daily Show. So I said, all right, so I'm gonna watch the whole interview so I can see like everything they was talking about, like where all it was coming from. Sometimes people show snippets and stuff, you kind of don't see the whole before and after right. What was talked about. So I'm gonna watch the whole thing and kind of see like what's going on, what she talking about, what he's saying. Maybe some people making that part that she said sound bad. It might have not really been that bad. But no, it was. The whole thing.
The benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, the whole thing, like, regardless if you see a snippet what she says or the whole video, everything she say is, like, bad. It don't make sense. There's some points where she trying to justify it, but it still sounds retarded. Like, it still sounds dumb. Like, her trying to justify it. There's times that Trevor, like, came at her like, huh? Yeah. He said a little, it's something that Trevor was saying that I was laughing at. Because stuff that she was saying, like, it made no sense. Like, she said something like, I don't see color. He's like, you don't see color, so what you do at a traffic light? Okay.
Yeah, right.
So he's like, no sense. Like, no, you do see color. Like, don't say that. So it's just a little dumb stuff like that. But I'm
gonna just play a segment, just a quick little glimpse of a segment of what happened in the interview, and I want y'all to listen to this, and then we're gonna talk about it afterwards. But like he said, it was bad, okay? And I'm gonna let y'all listen to it. All right.
Around. They have not vacated their premises, and most importantly, to say Black Lives Matter and the new KKK is to really, really minimize what the KKK did and what they stand for. That is not the same thing. Surely you understand the incendiary feeling of your comments. You know that, surely.
It's controversial, but I think there are some things that need to be said. When the Black Lives Matter movement is going out with signs saying "Fry 'em like bacon," F the police. When they're going out saying if you see a white person, target them. That is happening, Trevor. That happened in Milwaukee not too long ago. That is happening. So when that now becomes the narrative and you're starting to loot, burn, and riot, what did the KKK do?
That is not, look, we'll go around in circles. Did you say, what did the KKK do?
No, what did they do? When you're saying, listen, Trevor.
Wow.
Trevor,
knowledge.
when you're saying, when there are people in the street saying if you see a white person beat their ass, does that not sound reminiscent of the KKK or their motives to you?
Is that the narrative of Black Lives Matter, or are there people who are saying that within a crowd of other human beings? There is a distinction between a movement and the people. That is something that we keep coming back to. But let's go back to what you were saying on Colin Kaepernick and the national anthem. This is something I don't understand. And when I watch your videos, I go, I truly do not understand. You say Colin Kaepernick is exercising his First Amendment rights, and you are exercising your First Amendment rights in criticizing him. So what you're saying is you have the right to say anything you want, so shut up.
No, not at all. I'm saying I don't agree with what he did.
Yes.
I think that he went about it the wrong way. I don't think he
What's
understands.
the right way? When people say that, I'm always fascinated. What is the right way?
Here's the deal.
So here's a black man in America who says, I don't know how to get a message across. If I march in the streets, people say I'm a thug. If I go out and I protest, people say that it's a riot. If I bend down on one knee, then it's not. What is the right way? That is something I've always wanted to know. What is the right way for a black person to get attention in America?
Taking it out, Trevor, taking it out on our flag and our national anthem, to me.
But how?
Why would you take out your perceived oppression of black people out on the national anthem and our flag? A country that you live in, a country that you benefit from, a country that people of all races have died for, have died to protect, have died for the vote, died to be enfranchised by this nation. How do you then go and disrespect the flag and the anthem of that country? Why is that the outlet?
Well, maybe you're a person who's lived and read through history, and you realize that a lot of those people of every color who died for this country, some of them didn't have the rights that their fellow servicemen had when they came back to the country after
fighting. And that flag means a lot to those folks too.
Maybe you're one of those people who realizes that the penal system in America was designed to oppress black people. It was designed to enslave people. It is a relic of slavery. maybe you're one of those people. So what I don't understand is the guy is kneeling in the corner. I don't understand why that offends you so much. It's not even like he's trying to sing over you. If he was doing that, he's like, oh, say, can me see? No, he's singing. He's not doing anything that affects you. I don't understand why it gets to you. I genuinely don't. He's in a corner kneeling by himself. Why does that offend you so much?
For me, I know what that flag means to me. I know what that flag means to those that are fighting for our country right now. It's bigger than a piece of cloth. It's a symbol of patriotism. Our national anthem has meant a lot to a lot of people. It's got a lot of people through very hard times. And this country, it's got its scars, it's got its wounds, it's got its history. But I still believe it's the greatest nation on the face of the earth. And I believe if you live in this country, you can want to better it. But to disrespect our flag and our anthem in that way and that be your outlet to get out whatever aggression you have, whether it be passive or active aggression, I disagree with it. And so he has every right to do it. That's his First Amendment rights, and I agree with his First Amendment right to do it. I don't agree with what he did. So because I don't agree with what he did, then now I should shut up? Because I'm white, so I should shut up? I shouldn't be able to talk about black issues because I'm white?
No one brought up whites at all. I never said that. I don't see color. I don't think that's what the argument is. What I'm saying is, I asked you one question, and that is, how should a black person bring up their grievances? That's all I ask. How?
Okay. Now, Trevor, if you guys don't know who Trevor Noah is, he is not even from this country. He is from, I believe, Africa. He's a South African descent from Africa. He's not even from this country. So he's an outsider looking in, basically. That's kind of how he views it. And, you know, he asked her a simple question. She still, as if you look at the whole interview, and I can share this.
He asked it 3 times in the interview.
She still has not answered that question. What is the right way to do it?
Mm-hmm.
So, how let you start? What's your take on what she said?
I just feel like nowadays they let anybody say whatever. And it kind of goes back to, kind of like what my professor said in class. It's kind of like who you know is how you get into certain places and certain positions in this world. And I truly believe in that because as you see, somebody like Tommy Loren, she must really know a lot of people that will allow her to get to the position that she's in now and talk the way that she's been talking. And there's people that's, eating that up too. And I am just confused on why. There's some stuff where it's kind of like, okay, you just laugh at like, yeah, that's stupid. Like, I don't know why she said that. And then some stuff is kind of like, yeah, she kind of went too far in that. But you got people laughing at both of them as if it's both funny. Oh, yeah, she crazy on that one. That is funny. Or they look at it as that's funny or that's true. It's not, no, that's too far. So, I mean, the fact that she said what she said about, coming at Colin Kaepernick and calling Black Lives Matter group the KKK and all that, I'm like, there's no comparison. And I feel that's the problem with some white people. They, not all of them, but I feel like some white people, they always want to compare something that, something that they did back in the day to what we doing now, something that we doing now to back in the day, so they don't seem as bad. Oh, y'all doing that just like how back then. No, it's not the same. Mm-hmm. It's not the same at all. You can't say, oh, wait, the Black Lives Matter was like the KKK. No, it's not the same because when y'all drive into black poverty areas, they not sitting there with a noose in the flame trying to lynch your behind. They not doing that. The KKK was doing that. So you can't say that's the same. So that's just something. Like I said, some of what she was saying just just wasn't making sense. She couldn't answer the questions. And they talk about other stuff too outside of that. They talk about immigration and stuff like that.
And the reason why they talk about immigration was because Trevor Noah is basically an immigrant, and he alluded to it. We're all immigrants in this country, so basically. It's kind of.
Mm-hmm. So we all should be.
Should be in that same little category.
Taking the test. So, but yeah, sometimes you saying is just, it just didn't make no sense. But like I said, nowadays they let anybody say whatever, or I take that back. They let certain people say whatever. Yeah. They're not gonna let anybody say, but they let certain people say whatever for some type of benefit out of it. So if there was so obviously there's a benefit from her saying whatever. People are talking about it. Yeah. People are tuning in more to hear what she's saying because either they think it's good or they mad that she's saying this. They just got to hear what she has to say. Which that's the problem. You got people that I hate what she talking about. She don't make no sense, but they keep listening to her and tuning into her show all the time just to hear what's the next dumb thing she gonna say. And that's only making it better. That's not making it worse. So it's just it is what it is on that. It's sad.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to look at the rest of that interview, I mean, it's definitely I can tag it on Facebook and I can share it, real briefly here. And Ben, you right. Yeah. I mean, that's what the whole gist of it was, but. Most people don't see that, and it is what it is, like you said, man. And I applaud Trevor for going through the interview. But
I was probably see her on there. I said, "Oh, he got Tommy Loren." I said, "It's gonna be good." I said, "I gotta see this." I watched the whole thing. I said, "Okay, that man back down." Like,
yeah. So I mean, Trevor knows his stuff. I will say Trevor knows his stuff. And listening to him before, and you see he kind of threw his own little punchline in there too when he said I don't see color, because earlier in the interview she said she doesn't see color, and he said the same thing back to her, but it was real subliminal. But that's Trevor. I mean, it's on Comedy Central, so I mean, you gotta get people to laugh here and there. So that's just what Trevor does. But yeah, that was a tough one to look at, but she's known to say a lot of stupid things, so I'm not surprised that she stuck to her guns with Trump and defending him with saying about the women stuff and all that. It didn't surprise me that she defended the man. It's her candidate, and she can say, "Oh, if Trump messes up, I'll be the first one to bust him." We'll see about that. That's what same thing I said. We'll see when I heard it.
When she said that, I was all right. We'll see about that.
But yeah. So I'm done talking about Tommy Loren for today. Next. College football, the playoff has been set. I must say I am very, very appalled. I am appalled. That's what I'm gonna use. The word appalled. I am appalled that the selection committee decided to use those last two teams that I've seen in the bottom two. I'm kind of suspect on. I'm gonna just say this. Do I believe Ohio State should be in there? No. To this point. If you're going to put Ohio State in there, you got to put Penn State in there because Penn State beat Ohio State. Case closed. There's no other option in between there. There's no other. You can't. I don't see how you put one in without the other. You need the other one because
honestly, to me,
Penn State beat Ohio State.
Honestly, to me, the selection should have been Clemson, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan. It should have been. I mean, if you could do that, I'm just saying that should be the four.
Four for what?
For the playoffs.
You just gonna say so? Alabama not gonna be in there?
Oh, my fault. Alabama. So I forgot. That's not Clemson. Alabama. So it should be Alabama, Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan.
No, heck no.
Because if you gonna say that if Ohio State in there, then Penn State got to be in there. But then Michigan got to be in there too because they beat Penn State, but they lost to Ohio State. And Ohio State lost to Penn, but beat Michigan. So you got to put, you can't just say, well, put Penn State in there because they beat Ohio State, and Ohio State beat Michigan, and but Michigan in that trio too. So they got to be in there also.
But this is they classify it off of this. They go off of championships. So from what I'm saying, the Big Ten championship, Penn State won their championship. Ohio State did not. They go off all that. Washington's in there because they won their Pac-12 championship when they ain't played nobody all year. I looked at Washington's schedule earlier.
They ain't played nobody all year.
I was so shocked at who they played. They played Bowling Green, and you could have said they played Brown Mackey School, Indiana Tech, and Ivy Tech. They played schools like that, and they got in.
St. Francis had a bad chance getting in.
That's basically what the stipulation of it looked like, because Washington was in there for that.
Actually, doing their thing.
So if anything, I'm dropping Washington out of the top four, and I'm putting Penn State in there. Michigan, y'all lost to Pitt and
Iowa. No,
Ohio State.
No, not Pitt. Iowa. They lost to Iowa and Ohio State.
Yeah, so you lost. I can't. No, y'all out. No. If y'all had beat Ohio State, y'all would have been in. But the rest of that, no. Penn State won their championship. That's how they base it off of. That's the stipulations that they said because from the original playoff rule that they had, because they didn't want 4 or 5 SEC schools in there, So at this point now, you gonna say, well, we can't put Penn in there because they lost Michigan. They got blown out by Michigan. So if they would have beat Michigan, you tell me they would have been in? No, it's because
no, they would have.
No, I bet you they wouldn't.
No, they would, because if they beat Ohio State in Michigan, they'd have been in there.
But
if they'd beat Ohio State in Michigan and won the Big Ten,
you know why they wouldn't have been in there? Because you look at the selection crew, look at who all in there. I seen all the little faces in there and stuff. Condoleezza Rice, she went to a Pac-12 school. Half of them people probably went to, they went to their little colleges. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna stick to my guns. Pac-12's going in there. Bitch, some of them was, I like Ohio State. I'm fans of them. Yeah, they're great people. We gotta put them in there. Ohio State was basically like Notre Dame this year. They had to put them in there. No matter if they would have lost again, we had to put them in there because they looked good. They've been struggling all year. Period. And you can't say they haven't. Y'all been struggling all year. Y'all almost lost to some suspect schools.
Yeah, a couple. But so did Michigan. Or they did lose to a suspect school. Washington the same. Well, Washington didn't play anybody, so
they played not a
you can go with that. Clemson, they took an L.
They did, but they played more people than Ohio State and Washington has. And plus, their conference is stronger than some people would say the Big. Well,
it is better.
Hold on, I just thought about it. Some people were saying that the Big Ten was the conference of the year this year. So. That's the case. Penn State should have been in.
No, they had some games of the year out of the conference, like the Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan and Michigan State, and then Ohio, Michigan State, the Penn and Ohio State. Those games, okay, but I won't say of all time, the greatest.
From what I'm hearing this year, they were saying the Big Ten was the conference because the SEC. The next best team from the SEC was Florida, and they was ranked 15th. Okay.
Yeah, so they
were saying they wasn't. The SEC they still got good, solid teams, but they wasn't as powerhouse. The Big Ten had 4 good teams or 3 good teams. We say, hey, all of them could probably be in the playoff if given the chance.
And they probably went on ranked too, because I think the Big Ten had a lot more top ranked teams in it. Like you got Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State at one point. Who else? Penn State, no, they wasn't. But yeah, like Michigan State, like in the beginning, and you had Ohio State, you had Michigan that was way up there. So, I mean, yeah, you could say this year they probably were at the top as far as like rank wise, but overall performance, I wouldn't say that. But for the finals, I have Ohio State and Alabama back at it.
Of course you're going to have your team in there. But I want to go to the comments real quick. I seen some pops said that Penn State wouldn't have been in because the helmet's too plain. They ain't got nothing on the helmet. I mean, I guess it don't look good for
Put
TV.
Some style on the Penn State, maybe they'll watch you.
And that's probably why, that could be part of it too. I don't know. I still think the committee got it wrong because I'm just going to say that. And it is what it is. I'm a little upset that the committee... I'm looking, if you're going to put, like I said, if you're going to put Ohio State in, you got to put Penn in there because Penn won the championship and they beat Ohio State. To me, that's enough to get you into it. But apparently, the committee looked at that and said, nah, that ain't enough. So, if anything, Penn going to be playing in the Rose Bowl.
And who all did Penn lose to anyway?
They lost to 2 people. I think if anything, they lost to Michigan and Pitt. That was probably the Pitt game.
Yeah, so the Pitt game is probably what got them. If they only would have lost to Michigan, then they might have been a little different. They lost to Pitt. But by them losing to Pitt, they kind of like, nah.
But Ohio State, I mean, they struggled with...
See, when we look at Ohio State, you can say, when you look at Ohio State, they lost to Penn, and Penn won, the conference. So they can say that's the only notable loss that they had. They ain't really had no, BS loss, like with Pitt for them. You look at Michigan, you can say, okay, if they would have lost to Iowa, then they would have been like, okay, they only notable loss to Ohio State. So they still have a chance to be in there. But since they lost to Iowa and then Ohio State, they kind of like, y'all lost to Iowa, so we can't put y'all in there.
But that's how I'm looking at it. Ohio State struggled with Nebraska. Not Nebraska. Let me rephrase that. Northwestern and Michigan State. 2 very suspect schools. I'm just saying.
Well, Michigan State was kind of up and down the whole season.
They 1-8 in the conference. They 3-9 on the year. You can't say nothing to me about no.
It wasn't. Yeah, they was getting beat up a lot. They was.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Michigan. Yeah, Michigan State was getting beat up a lot. In the beginning, they were doing well, and people started hyping them up. Then they started getting smacked around. So yeah, you're right. Michigan State, okay, yeah, it was a close one. But I feel like any Michigan school that Ohio State goes to is always close. Like you look at the two close Michigan and Michigan State games were both close. Those are always close games. If you look at last year when Ohio State lost to Michigan State, that was a close game. It wasn't a blowout. And Michigan State last year was better than what they are this year. So I think they always are kind of, close games. Even when Ohio State plays Michigan, last year they weren't the greatest, or 2 years ago they weren't the greatest, but they still had a close game, and we came out and won. So I feel like when it comes to Michigan schools, they're always going to be kind of close. Penn, I feel like Penn games, Penn State, it's either like the games are close or we blow them out. It's not really like every time we always blow them out. I feel like it's either or with Penn State. And some people say never, they're not even ranked. It's never close. Yeah, we still got some schools that's not ranked that you still have close games with. Who else? Nebraska? No, they blew them out. Yeah. Who else was it?
I'm just saying, y'all struggle with some.
Yeah, Northwestern, I can't comment on that because I don't know what the deal was that game. Yeah. So.
And do I think that Ohio State should have been ranked 3rd on that list? No. I'm just, and like Ben said,
I'd have given them 3 over Washington.
I'm thinking, yeah, if either one of them, like it is right now, 1-4, it'd be 1 Alabama against Washington. Washington probably will get obliterated here in the next 2-3 days. I mean,
they playing Alabama, so they about to get.
I mean, so if anything, I can see the committee trying to pull the strings to get Alabama and Ohio State again, but I don't see that happening. So if anything, I'd have put Ohio State 4th, and then they would have played Bama off the gate, and then whoever would have won off of the other 2, Clemson and Washington, that would have been whatever. Either way, it's gonna be. I'm saying it's gonna be a blowout either way. I don't see Alabama having any problems with any of these teams that's in the Final Four. I don't see any team. Because Ohio State is suspect, and we all know that. Clemson is very suspect. We all know that. Defensively, you're not running the ball in Alabama. We've seen that.
Washington's trash.
We've seen that.
Washington's trash. Clemson, yeah, you said suspect. Ohio State, yes, suspect. But
yeah, not running the ball.
I feel like when the time comes, they might turn on. We don't have the same running back that we had back when we played them last time in the championship. Ezekiel, we don't have him. So, because when we had Ezekiel, it didn't matter what defense you had out there. He was going to go out there and do his thing when we played Alabama. So, that's what helped. But, so you don't have that same running back. Still doesn't mean you can't still do our thing, with Barrett back there, throwing the ball, slinging the rock, and running. So,
But to this point,
JT still might do his thing as Alabama. He might still have a chance.
This year, Alabama has by far the best defense I've ever seen them have in years. Running the ball will not get you anywhere against them boys. I'm just going to say that passing, you might be able to do it. But the way Barrett been playing, I don't think they're going to be able to do that either. I'm sorry.
We'll have to see.
That's if y'all can get past Clemson.
I feel like we could beat Clemson. I feel like it'd be, like I said, Alabama, Ohio State. If Ohio State loses Clemson, then it just shows you how shaky they've been this whole season. But if they win, then we in the finals, we're going to go out there and do our thing.
I guess so. I'm gonna leave it there for this week, folks. So y'all enjoy y'all Sundays evening. Finish watching some football.
Enjoy the snow. Make some snow angels out there.
If it stick, that's if the snow stick. I mean, don't go out there and get hypothermia or nothing. Don't do nothing crazy like that. That's too much. Okay. So I'm gonna leave it there. Tell me what y'all take is on the college football thing. I want to hear y'all perspective, because that's the case. I can even say I want Oklahoma in there because that's my team, because we only lost 2 games. We had a pretty good year. Just saying. But that's just me, though. I ain't going to say nothing else about it. I'm going to leave it there. Y'all have a good day, all right?
If you watching, enjoy it.